This video is probably gonna upset some people, but it's a story that must be told about the time I got burned while wearing this t-shirt. It's actually a really beautiful love story about me and my fiance, Lux. We'd been living together in my house, which looked the same way it did back when it was my bachelor pad. So I wanted to redecorate it, and I decided to blow up my living room to create new material for my comedy tour. It's hard to believe, but I've been doing my comedy tour for over 12 years now, and it's become a multimedia thing. I've had really bad luck. Like recently, I broke both of my feet. It was a fucking freak accident. And of course, I always want my show to end with something big and spectacular. So for my last tour, I brought in a totally professional pyrotechnics guy, meaning that what I'm about to show you is totally allowed on YouTube. We started out small with this little banana trick. Then we put this killer bomb inside a watermelon.
It's gonna detonate at 10,800 meters per second.
Which I held in my hand.
I'll let you hold it like that.
Has anybody ever done that watermelon?
Not in their hands.
Then we did another one called the invisible musical chair. For that trick, we used rocket engine fuel, and I put it in a teacup. But after the teacup, I was still totally unscathed, and I thought, well, I gotta get kinda hurt. So we just sprinkled way too much rocket engine fuel all over the living room carpet, and I laid in it and did snow angels. Now, candidly, what happened next was not approved by the professional fire guy. Definitely getting burned on this one.
No, it's definitely gonna be marked.
When my buddies lit that stuff, right away I knew I fucked up. I knew it was bad right away, so I went to the hospital that night, and they didn't think it was a big deal. They gave me some antibiotics and sent me on my way. The next morning, I woke up with the most hideous, fucked up blisters. Shit that I have not seen, not on anybody else, not on the internet, not anywhere, was all over 15% of my body. But going off of what they told me at the hospital the night before, I figured, well, I'll just let it ride. So I got on an airplane and flew to Denver to go do shows in a comedy club. It was obviously a serious situation, so I went on social media and got male nurses to come treat my wounds in the hotel room. This is where it got horrific. At least it doesn't look like it's bad, right? And I had a different nurse come to the hotel every day, and none of them said, you should go to the hospital. So I just wrote it out. And each day the pain got so much worse. I was screaming to the point that we were getting noise complaints in the hotel room.
Hi, we just had a noise complaint.
Oh.
So we just bring it down. Thank you.
Stop being such a pussy.
Then finally, 5 days after I got burned, I went to the hospital. I don't know why it keeps getting worse. It was officially the most pain I have ever been in my life, and that's me saying that. Doctors looked at me, they were like, fuck! What the hell have you been doing for the last 5 days, you idiot? You need emergency surgery. So then I go into surgery. Here's where it gets crazy. The purpose of the operation was to carve the burns off of my body. I don't know if they used a potato peeler or what, but they cut off the burns and then grafted on cadaver skin. I shit you not, I had the flesh of exactly 7 different dead people grafted onto my body, which is new meaning for give me some skin. And while I was in surgery, Lux got on an airplane and flew to Denver herself to be with me. When I woke up, I was with Lux and the pain was gone. But they told me I had to move around because if the grafts healed a certain way, I would lose mobility. So we had a dance party. And it gets even crazier. at the hospital after the operation, they gave me the addresses of all 7 different families of the dead people who donated their skin so that I could send thank you cards.
We have the opportunity to write them a thank you letter, or to their families.
Why aren't they dead?
We do! Finally, something Hallmark does not have a card for. And as soon as I got those addresses, right away, I was like, I'm gonna reach out to these families. You know, maybe some of them are having a tough time and I can help them out. Maybe one of them has a big fan and I can meet that person. I wanna do some good. My dad heard that and he made a really good point. He said, what family do you think is gonna be happy to learn that their loved one's skin got wasted on an asshole who set himself on fire on purpose? And I was like, yeah, Dad, you're right. Fuck those people. I think we can all agree that I had an explosive ending to my last special. And my new multimedia tour, The Bucket List, is at a whole other level. I mean, there's basically nothing in the show that would even be allowed on Jackass. The show is so goddamn ridiculous, it's actually XXX rated. It's the crown jewel of my entire ridiculous career, so get your tickets right now at steveo.com. Yeah, dude!